Hello and welcome to the Virtual Nature School. I'm Claire Warden and I've had a fabulous week discovering all there is to discover about ice. We've looked at it in terms of understanding how it melts, how is it formed when it gets really cold. We've been thinking about how we can make sculptures from it. We've been adding colour, we've been adding flavours, and today, our final day, is the day that we're going to be thinking about something else. Let's have a look at the film and find out what today is all about.
Welcome to session 5 on our inquiry all around ice. Well, we've done everything from looking at glaciers in the natural world to understanding a liquid like water and how it becomes solid like ice. We've thought about adding and trapping things inside our ice, whether it's been a dinosaur, a bubble, or a nice piece of fruit. We've thought about how we can change the colour and how we can look at changing the taste and the smell. We've looked at the idea of ice in a very broad way, and today is the day for us to share some of our thinking and some of our discoveries with our friends and families. So what do we know about ice? Well, we found out an awful lot about the way to make it, about the flavours. So now it's about how are you going to share that? And for hundreds of years, people have discovered that ice and flavours are really quite delicious. And so what they've started to do is to make more and more flavours. And we've worked really hard. So some of you have been making ice lollies. Some of you have been making beautiful ice cubes. Some people have decided to use milk and made ice cream. And so now we've got quite a few different things. It's time for us to decide how we're going to share them. Your freezer might look like this. It might have lots of different types of ice cubes in it, lots of different flavours, maybe a couple of different types of ice cream, and you may even have had a go at deciding what kind of cone you're going to put your ice cream in. Now, in the old days, what they used to do was to go round with a big insulated box to stop the ice cream from melting. And then over time, people decided to have different ways of selling their ice cream. Here's one that's got 2 wheels, and the person picks it up and pushes it through the streets to sell their ice cream. Here is one that's half bike and half freezer. This one is a little car, and so you sit in the front to drive it around the streets, and at the back you can just stop and open up the counter and you have an instant ice cream shop. As a little girl, I always loved going to the ice cream van because the ice cream van both played music, but it also allowed me to have a drink. And I could make a cone with soft ice cream in it, or I could have a hard ice lolly made up of all different coloured bits of ice. Now we have vans that look like this. And so on a hot summer's day, there's nothing more wonderful than having a nice cooling ice cream. So for you, you need to decide how you're going to present these lovely ice explorations. Are you going to serve a sandwich like this between 2 biscuits? Are you going to make a snow cone where you crush all that ice and then put some lovely flavours on top of it in a paper cone that you've made yourself? If you're going to give people cones, whether they're like the paper cone or whether it's like a waffle cone like this, you're going to need to stand up those cones. So thinking about maybe a box that you can make holes in to stand up your cones so that when your friends and families come, you can then serve them as if you are a real ice cream shop. You need to make some signs to tell people the flavours and the things that you've done. So here we can see that the purpley coloured ice cream is made of lavender. We've got someone who's done mango, so it's got that lovely orange colour to it. You might put a sign up to say that you've got some ice cream. And then you might decide to find a musical instrument and play a little song, because ice cream makes us feel happy. There was a piece of research that said the combination of the lovely creaminess and the sugar and the fruit makes us feel good. So what better way to celebrate than have some beautiful music and serve your ice cream, or maybe just share your beautiful ice sculptures and your shapes that you've been making. However it is that you decide to share your discoveries, I look forward to seeing all of your ideas, all of your theories, and hopefully I might get to taste a little bit of the ice creams.
Well, I don't know about you, but I am excited about making myself a little ice cream parlor. When I was a little girl, we used to go to the cinema, and in the cinema, there was a lady or a man who used to have a tray, and on the tray in the cinema, there were all the different ice creams. So I'm going to see if I can find myself a bit of a box and create that amazing tray and see if my friends would like to buy some of my ice cream. Whatever it is that you decide to do, however you decide to share your wonderful ice experiments this week, I look forward to hearing all about them later on. Enjoy!